Mar Vista Real Estate 2022 quarter one. In this video, my friends, I am breaking down the numbers of the first quarter for Mar Vista so that by the end of this video, you will be able to completely understand where this market is, where it's going, and what it means for you when buying and selling in 2022.
That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa, upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like.
What's up and what's happening? Welcome to the channel, my friends, and super stoked to have you joining me today because we're getting into some interesting things with these numbers and whether or not this market is going to continue to be a hot market like we experienced in 2021. It is Mar Vista Real Estate 2022 quarter one. But before we jump into that, if you're new to the channel, I'm Eric Haas with eXp Realty here on the west side of Los Angeles. And I'm just keeping it real as to what is going on with this housing market, whether you're looking in Mar Vista, Venice, Brentwood, Santa Monica, and now we're checking out Pacific Palisades as well. I got you dialed in with the numbers so that you as a buyer and seller can make the ultimate decision of your life in the best way possible with all the information at hand and finding ultimate success at the end of the day. So make sure before we jump into these numbers that you like, comment, and subscribe. Alrighty, let's get into these numbers. Grab that pen and paper or just simply hit the rewind if you might have missed something, but we are checking out quarter one 2022 versus quarter four 2021. Number of listings, number of pendings, number of solds, and we're looking at a little modest increase in inventory from 9 to 13. That's a 44% increase, but it's nowhere near what we need to satisfy the appetite of such a buyer demand right here in Mar Vista right now, which means for sellers out there, this is prime time to think about putting your house on the market. If it's ever been something that you've thought of or thinking about getting out of LA, this is the time to do it because there is just a overwhelming amount of buyers looking, and we'll only see that moving forward even further with the number of pending at 31 versus 22 for quarter four. That is a 41% increase. And buyers, I'm sorry, but this is going to only be an even more increasingly difficult year for you as far as buying a property. Values are still going to increase to double-digit factors. We're actually looking at the shortest supply of homes in our nation's history for that matter as well. So unfortunately, I don't have the greatest news for you, but we definitely have tips and tricks for you to figure out how to beat out other buyers and get you that dream home. So stay around because we're going to have that for you at the end. Now, number of sold, again, buyers, not really great news for you. It went from 86 in quarter four to 43. That's a 50% decrease. And without a number of homes being available, that demand, again, is only going to get even more fierce and competitive when something does pop on the market. Now we're moving forward. We're taking a look now at the median active price, the median pending price, and the median sold price because these are effectively painting you a very clear picture of what to anticipate in the future for Mar Vista's real estate market in 2022. Now, we're seeing a little bit of a discrepancy, 18% decrease actually in the median list price. But let me tell you guys, the better prices that sellers can offer, the more eyes they're going to get on their property, leading to multiple offers and going over the asking price. And majority of the homes are going over the asking price by 6 figures plus. Now, if we're looking at the median pending price, that is actually increased to the tune of 12% from $1,850,000 to $2,070,000, simply because of smart pricing, which finds everybody bidding the price up and finding sellers winning in the end, getting the highest possible price for their home at the end of the day. That is the way you want to price. That is the seller you want to be, especially in this market. Median sold price is at $1,950,000. Now, here's an interesting thing to point out. Yes, it's up 3% compared to quarter four, but that's not the number I'm looking at. The median sold price right this second of this filming is $1,950,000. Median pending is $2,070,000. Why am I sharing that with you? These haven't closed yet. And these homes are what's going to push this value up even more so come quarter two. Mark my words. Comment below if you believe me or not, but we will revisit that come quarter two. As we move forward and take a look at all the numbers because they all have significant impacting factors for buyers and sellers alike, we're looking at average days on market, the sold volume, and then the sold price versus the original list price. Now, we'll see right off the bat a little discrepancy in the average days on market, taking an upswing from 21 days average days on market in quarter four 2021 to 26 in quarter one of 2022. But as you might remember I mentioned earlier on in the video that the number of listings at 13 is as high as it is because some homes are overpriced and some homes are just not on the most desirable street, a little bit noisier, a little bit more traffic than others. But at the same token, things are getting gobbled up, as you saw with the number of pendings increasing by 41%. Now, if we look at the sold volume, dramatic change, dramatically down, 95 million down from 195 million in quarter 4 to 100 million in quarter 1 for 2022. That is a 49% decrease. And again, this is only going to make it more difficult for buyers moving forward. The competition is only going to remain absolutely fierce. Got to have a good agent in place, backing you up and giving you some strategies as well, which we'll cover at the end of the video. So make sure you stick around. But we'll look at our sold price versus the list price. Now, if the market was kind of, cooling off a bit, we'd see this kind of fluctuate down back to 100 and simply get a little bit under that to see a more of a buyer's market. But as you see, we've got a 1% increase from 102% to 103%. And what this means is homes are getting 103% of their asking price when they price it right. So back to that median active list price of $1,650,000, it's paying sellers dividends to smartly price their home. Guys, we are getting into my favorite slide. It happens to be my last slide in the presentation of what's going on with the numbers in Mar Vista's real estate market for 2022, quarter 1 versus quarter 4. But we're looking at the number of homes selling above the asking price, selling at the asking price, and selling below the asking price, which is definitely sellers where you do not want to be. But you will be there if you decide to overprice, thinking inventory is just so low. You just can't fail with an overprice. You definitely can. So number of homes going above the asking price for quarter 1, we were at 25, 7 for the number of homes selling at asking, and 11 for the number of homes going below the asking price. Now, that means 58% of the homes in quarter 1 sold over the asking price, explaining why the sales price versus the original list price went from 102% to 103%. Buyers, unfortunately, this does not play well for you because it's only going to continue to see values increasing and probably increasing to the tune of double digits. Now, if we look at quarter 4, it's more the same, just more solds than what we had in quarter 1. But again, 48 in quarter 4, 9 at the asking price, and 29 under the asking. Again, dominated by the number of homes selling above the asking price at 48. So on that note, my friends, you've got to make sure that you're pricing your home right no matter what market we're facing. And as you noted, the median active price is $1,650,000. The median pending price right now is $2,070,000. Prices are only going up. Values are only going up. Sellers are putting more money in their pocket, but only if they price it correctly from day 1. Buyers, on the other hand, there are strategies for you to jump in and get that dream home, but you may find yourself with interest rates, inflation, the recession, along with the war, you might find yourself being priced out of certain neighborhoods. Nonetheless, though, one great tip that I can suggest for you is having a contingency plan in place. That is looking whether you can take out the appraisal contingency, buying a home as is, still doing an inspection, but waiving any credits or requests for repairs, seeing if you can waive the home warranty plan. Maybe you want to throw in some money for the seller's closing costs at the end of the day. Either way, you've got to get creative and you've got to find ways to not only beat out your fellow buyer, but beat out your fellow cash buyer as well. On that note, my friends, I hope you enjoyed and found value in this video. It's always great to share the numbers and share exactly what is going on in the most transparent and real of ways. I'm going to keep doing this for you on a weekly basis. Venice is next, followed by Santa Monica, Brentwood, and Pacific Palisades. So I hope you will tune in. And if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you've got questions or concerns that are more specific and I didn't cover them, please comment below. I am so more than happy to help you out any way I can. And let's have a great weekend. Take it easy and have a blessed one.